Hello there and welcome to Tea with Michael Ray. We have a fabulous and very romantic show for you today. Our maid, Brenda Sue, is getting married to her childhood sweetheart right here on the show. Love is in the air. It really is. No, Robbie, not now. We're expecting many special guests, including the famous romance novelist Hope Lovelorn, who is also my very own Aunt Augusta.
Oh, Mr. Ray, I am so excited. This is the last time I will ever serve tea as a maiden.
That is verging on the ridiculous.
Oh, and I'm so happy you're letting me get married on your show, right here on national television, even if it is only cable.
Well, Johnny Carson got high ratings when Tiny Tim got married on his show. If it worked for Johnny, it could work for Mikey.
I must admit that I am a bit nervous about it all, especially with this Kitty Sand sniffing around Billy Joe Jim Bob all the time. Now, I wish she'd never been on the show. You know, I went and saw that movie of hers, Amazon Woman from She-Droid. It was such a bunch of drivel. Why, she couldn't act herself out of a wet paper bag. Oh, why won't she leave him alone?
Don't worry, Brenda Sue. It'll all come clean in the wash.
Oh, that's what the man at the Armenian laundry said, but he still couldn't get those lipstick stains out of Billy Joe Jim Bob's collar.
Excuse me. I just brought some flowers over to put in the guest cottage for your honeymoon night.
Oh, dear. Oh, welcome to the show. This is my next-door neighbor, Verna Verona. She's been helping with the wedding plans. What's the matter, Verna? Is it the twins?
No, they're fine. They're at home making fireworks. Gunpowder is so expensive these days, but a nice man in Chinatown sold us a barrel cheap. It should last them till the 4th of July.
What's the matter then?
It's that dreadful kitty creature. She's bought the house next door to ours, right by the guest cottage, Brenda Sue, where you'll be living.
Oh, no!
Oh, yes. The moving vans are here now. Her Lurex leopard skin bedroom set is being carried up the stairs, even as we speak.
Oh, no!
Oh, yes. And it's puce.
Oh, I think I'm gonna puce.
And now for the bad news.
Oh, dear.
She's put up a massive billboard with a huge picture of herself right on the front lawn. It's disgraceful.
What does Vern say about it?
Vern has gone into his bedroom and won't come out. He's got binoculars with him and he won't come out.
Oh, emergency bird watching?
Well, he says the red-lipped tit has moved into our neighborhood for the mating season.
Vern always answers when nature calls.
No, that's the high-fiber mega bran I feed him for breakfast, Michael.
Oh, this Kitty Sand is really getting in my hair. I'm of a mind to go get my broom and go over there and sweep her away.
Don't worry, Brenda Sue. Verna. Matters of the heart are Aunt Augusta's speciality. She'll find the remedy as soon as she gets here.
Well, she better hurry. That feline floozy is a fast cat.
Oh, I wish those hairy monsters would take her back to She-Droid. Oh, what am I gonna do? What am I going to do?
If Vern doesn't put down those binoculars, this may be my divorce day.
Oh no, Verna.
Oh, yes, Brenda Sue.
Oh, don't cry, you two.
Oh, it's my wedding, and I'll cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you.
I think this is a case of PNS, a prenuptial syndrome. We'll be right back after these messages for some more celebration. Welcome back. As you can see, you're joining us in the middle of a bachelor party for the man of the hour, Billy Joe Jim Bob Hatfield, who is spending his very last moments as a single man. He has also just signed a contract to play the lead in a minor motion picture.
Hey, everybody! I'm gonna be a star!
Now be certain that you read the fine print before you sign, old man. And for God's sakes, get yourself an agent. The novice thespian can use all the protection he can get. Which reminds me, a little present for the bridegroom. Wear them in good health. And don't do anything that I wouldn't do, eh?
What is this, Michael?
Well,
One of them handy wiper things like they got at the Colonel's?
Oh,
Well, it looks like we're going to have the chance to make a socially redeeming statement, even if it is only cable. No, those are condoms, Billy Joe Jim Bob. Something you and Brenda Sue may need after you're married.
Well, we can't afford no condoms, Michael. We're gonna live in a guest house when my movie star chicks start coming in.
No, those are rubbers, Billy Joe Jim Bob. Rubbers? Surely you've heard of rubbers?
Well, Mama always used to make me wear them when it rained, but they was a lot bigger than these.
Well, maybe you've grown since then, or they just seem larger. What am I talking about?
These would be great. It'd be good for a party.
I say, Vern, I don't seem to be handling this very well. You see, Brenda Sue is more like a daughter to me. This is rather awkward. Maybe you could...
Oh, I'd be delighted to help out, old man. Billy Joe Jim Bob. May I call you William, by the way? Well, William, you strike me as a man of the world. Now, I'm certain that at some point when you were around the age of, 12 or 13 or thereabouts, when raging hormonal influences were beginning to turn your rustic perceptions topsy-turvy, your father must have taken you aside for a little chat about, just say, the birds and the bees, huh?
No, sir. My daddy done got sent to Leavenworth by the revenuers when I was just 8 years old, so everything I had to learn about them subjects I learned on my own in the fields.
In the fields?
Yes, sir. You know, I must have gotten stung 100 times before I learned the difference between a yellow jacket and a dirt dauber.
Oh, no, you rural retard. I'm talking about, well, imagine a man and a woman together. It's springtime, and all around you are the sights and the sounds and the smells of rebirth, renewal, new construction, investment. Well, anyway, the women are beginning to come out from behind their winter coats of fox and sable, and they're beginning to bare their backs and their shoulders in tasteful little designer numbers. Well, let's say one woman in particular catches your eye. A woman of taste and breeding, from a good family, of course, with an adequate dowry, and bosoms that just won't quit. Well, you look at her. She looks at you, noticing your devil-may-care smile, and your Brooks Brothers suit, perhaps, with the Porsche emblem over the left breast pocket, when suddenly the two of you are seized by an irresistible, undeniable, irrefutable, biological urge to leave reason in the reception line and pool your resources. William, am I getting through to you at all?
Well, our place don't have no pool, but as soon as my movie star chicks start coming in...
Ah! No! Right in there!
God, Vern, I've never seen you like this before.
Oh, I'm sorry, Michael, and I'm sorry, William. What is this? I mean, that was very ungentlemanly of me. Ordinarily, a Verona would never lose his temper, except in the presence of servants. I should have realized, William, that you're doing the very best you can with the rather limited mental equipment that you have. I apologize to you both.
You don't seem to be getting through any better than I did.
Well, I'll try another tack, Michael. William, earlier you said something to me about learning it in the fields. Now, may I infer from this that your family owned fields?
Oh, yes, sir. My family had a nice farm.
Now, in these fields that you had, was there perhaps a stallion, maybe, or a bull, something like that?
Oh, yes, sir. We had a big old bull, and his name was Henry.
Well, spare me the pastoral pleasantries, William. Now, tell me, did your family ever occasionally introduce a cow into one of these fields?
Oh, yes, sir. Regular as clockwork. Or whenever one of them cows would come into season...
Aha! Now we're getting somewhere. Now, this is very important. When you put the bull and the cow together, they They did things, did they not? Things that you observed, huh?
Oh, well, you're talking about sex, ain't you?
Bravo, William! You know, you were doing extremely well. Now, tell us, did you ever do it yourself?
Well, a few times,
Mm-hmm.
but don't tell Brenda Sue, 'cause she'd be madder than a hornet if she thought that I wasn't as pure as driven snow.
Oh, don't worry, William. It's just between us guys. Now, tell us everything. How was it?
Well, the cow didn't seem to mind, but the bull acted downright jealous.
What's this? Robbie, it looks like a pack. Let's see. Good heavens. Oh, may I have the envelope, please? And the winner is... no, it's for you, Billy Joe Jim Bob, and it's signed Love and Kisses and much, much more, Kitty Sand.
Oh, shucks, I just love surprises.
Surprise! Hello, everybody!
My God, ladies and gentlemen, it's Kitty Sand, star of that new film, Amazon Women from She-Droid.
Well, you said to drop by any time, Michael, so, well, here I am. Hi, Vernon. Well, I just came by to talk this big, hairy guy out of making a big, hairy mistake. Now, what can little old me say or do to make a big, strong guy change his mind, huh? Oh, I know what I'll do. My special dance just for you. Come on, dance with me, Sugar Lips.
If it's all the same to you, Miss Kitty, I believe I'll remain in a seated position for the time being.
Okay. Well, this is the title song from my new film, which I have written parts of just for you, my new leading man. I am the Amazon woman from She-Droid, and I've been looking for a man with a hyperthyroid. It isn't accidental that I see your potential, the obvious my eyes do not avoid. Of me, you'd only have to ask Freud. He'd say that my appeal is based on my zeal to feel your bulging pecs and trapezoidals. I am the Amazon woman from She-Droid.
She-Droid.
And you're gonna brag that I with you have toyed. I'll give you so much action, you may require traction, but you'll say you certainly enjoyed it. I promise you will never be annoyed, 'cause I think that you're the one who'll make me come a-running. You are the one who'll fill up my heart's void. I am the Amazon woman from She-Droid.
She-Droid.
And I found my man with a hyperthyroid. I know that you're the one, and boy, are we gonna have fun while I make you the king of celluloid. While I make you the king of celluloid.
We seem to be experiencing some technical difficulties. We'll be right back in a couple of minutes. Welcome back. The wedding countdown continues. Here comes the maid who's grossly overpaid. Just kidding.
Come and sit down, Brenda Sue. My, what big rollers. I bet you can pick up TV stations.
Oh, I was wondering what those voices were. I thought for a minute I might be Joan of Arc.
How do you feel right now?
Nauseous.
That's a very good sign. At my wedding, I vomited all the way down the aisle.
Puking in the pews. Sounds like one of Vern's discount videos.
Oh, Michael, darling, I've arrived.
Aunt Augusta, welcome to the United States and welcome to the show.
Oh, it's wonderful to be here. Brenda Sue, the bride. Oh, mwah. Hello, darling.
So how was your trip?
Oh, do you mean the plane ride over, or when I slipped on the conveyor belt and was swooped up by that dashing young co-pilot? Oh, it was wonderful. You know, this really is a marvelous country. I'm so glad to see one of our colonies doing so well.
Well, thank you for coming. It's going to be a great day.
Oh, you know, I'm exhausted, though. I had to change planes in Dallas 3 times. You know, I simply don't have time for a sex life anymore. I've been traveling so much.
But Auntie, aren't you a little bit past that?
There may be snow on the rooftops, but there's fire down below.
What do you do if your husband doesn't fan the flames?
You know, Michael, wherever I go in the world, people are wanting my advice.
Well, you come just in the nick of time in this case, Auntie.
Oh, but of course. But first things first. Tea before talk, if you please.
I have it ready and waiting for you. Oh, and I also happen to have a copy of your latest novel, Abandoned in the Abbey.
Ooh.
Oh, and I was wondering if you would autograph it for me.
Of course. Quite lovely. Now then, to Brenda Sue, the daughter I never had and never wanted. May your days be long and your breasts always heave with passion. Fondly, Aunt Augusta, alias Hope Lovelorn. There we go.
Oh, thank you, Auntie. I'll treasure it always.
So what advice do you have for the bride-to-be?
Always look glamorous. That is the trouble with young people today. They don't look glamorous. Now then, if you woke me at 5:30 in the morning, I would look glamorous.
What do you think of prenuptial intercourse?
Oh, I'm all for it.
You are?
Well, for or against, whatever.
So what other advice do you have for the soon-to-be wed?
Always look romantic. You know, I always say that the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. And if his stomach aches, he probably has heartburn. So, always do something romantic for him.
What sort of things? Can you suggest something I could do to Billy Joe Jim Bob that would be romantic?
Oh, I don't know. Think of it yourself.
Why don't you ask Aunt Augusta what's really worrying you?
Well, okay, Aunt Augusta, or Hope Lovelorn, if that's more appropriate. There's this movie star trash, this Kitty Sand, and she's making the moves on my Billy Joe Jim Bob.
Making the moves. I'm sorry, but that's a phrase I'm not familiar with.
Well, you know, she's taking a shine to, coming on to, raising the temperature.
Oh, you mean she wants to get into his pants?
Well, a little more than that. She's literally moving in. She's bought the house next door to Vernon Burners, right by the guest cottage where we're going to be living. And what's worse, he's going to be starring in her next movie.
Oh, well, you just take the advice I gave you a few moments ago and it will all work out. Now, don't be a silly girl and you just do something romantic for him.
Well, what sort of thing?
I just told you, think of it yourself.
Oh, well, I know. Buy him a color TV.
Buy him a color TV? That's not very romantic. How could you possibly think that something like that was romantic?
Oh, well, I don't know. I thought maybe he might want to watch himself. You said think of anything.
Well, anything but that. Now, my dear girl, pull yourself together. I mean, are you ready for this momentous occasion? Now, tradition states that you should have something old, something new, something borrowed, and something blue.
How romantic. What do you have that's old?
Oh, here. Take this. It's been in the family for generations. It's 17 carats.
Oh, thank you. I just love vegetables.
Oh, I've got something new. I bought it in the adult section of Vern's store. It's a marital aid. I've used it and it really works.
Well, how do you use it?
Well, when the feeling comes over you, you know, you just put it behind your head and every hair stays perfectly in place.
Oh, that's great. And I could use it while watching television, too.
I do.
Now we need something borrowed.
Oh, that reminds me, Mr. Ray. Could I borrow your American Express card for the honeymoon?
How about my library card instead?
Oh, now, what do we have that's blue?
Oh, there's this videotape left over from the bachelor party. Teenage stewardesses behind bars.
Oh, that was terrible the way they wouldn't let those girls wear clothes in prison.
Well, now, what am I supposed to do with them all?
Well, you're supposed to wear them during the ceremony to ensure a happy marriage.
Oh, I sure want one of those. Oh, if I can just get through the first night, I'll be all right. Oh, I am so nervous.
Oh, don't worry, Brenda Sue. I was nervous too. But it's no big deal, really. You just close your eyes and pretend you're ironing. It's over before you know it.
Well, I thought it would be more romantic.
Not after you're married.
Oh, it's not as bleak a picture as Werner paints. It can be true ecstasy. Now, I've been married several times, and each time was more thrilling than the last. Oh, I remember my wedding night, or should I say nights? For they were all knights, knights in shining armor. Oh, how well I remember the Duke.
You were married to John Wayne?
No, my dear, the Duke of Middlesex. He was a master equestrian.
Oh, gosh. What's that?
A rider.
I'll say a rough rider. But on the other hand, he could be so gentle. He was so tender on that first night. And then we sat and sipped champagne by the light of the fire. After.
What?
You know, that.
That?
Yes, dear, that.
What?
Doing it.
Doing what?
You know, consummating.
I did that once for Mr. Ray, but he said it was too salty.
That was consomme, and you spilt it all over me.
She does know how to make a man hot.
Before steam starts coming out of my ears, we'll be right back.
Relatives, friends, good people all, we are gathered today on the set of Tea with Michael Ray to celebrate the union of this man, Billy Joe Jim Bob Hatfield, and this woman, Brenda Sue McCoy. Hi, Brenda Sue. How you doing? I'm Vic. In holy matrimony. You come before us today to ask for God's blessing, but he's not in right now, so I'm taking messages for him. You see, he's out to lunch with St. Peter, but he'll get back to you just as soon as he can. Now, if there be any among ye who can show just cause why this marriage should not be performed today, let ye speak now or forever hold your peace.
Stop the ceremony. I can show just cause.
Well, who asked you?
Well, he did.
Do not blame me. I just read the stuff. I do not write it. Now, who is this imitation leopard lady, and why is she opposing this marriage?
Oh, Billy Joe Jim Bob, how could you?
Well, I didn't do nothing. Honest, Sugar Plum. I may have wanted to, but I did.
Why shouldn't they get married, Kitty?
Well, it's not something I'm ready to tell the world.
I have seen the devil, and she's painted like a jungle cat.
Well, tell me. Why should I be the last to know?
Well,
Well, that's no reason why he can't marry me just because he's contracted her fees.
That's not what she said, Brenda Sue. She said because he's contracted to do Hercules.
yes, that is the film that BJ has signed to do with my production company. And in his contract, in the small print, it plainly states that for a period of 90 days, William Joseph James Robert Hatfield will sign no other contract, including a nuptial agreement, or his contract with me will be null and void. No part, no money. Now, do you follow me?
With demons nipping at my heels, I have lusted in my ear. God's gonna call me home, I just know it.
In other words, it's me, the powerful movie mogul who can make you a star. Or this pathetic little creature who can't even make you a cup of tea?
Is this true, Billy Joe Jim Bob? You can't marry me.
Well, honest, Sugar Plum, I never saw no fine print. I thought it was an army of ants marching across the page.
You mean you didn't take my lawyer with you like I suggested you did?
You mean this isn't a setup? This isn't a cruel hoax fabricated by you and leopard lips over there?
Cross my heart and hope to die.
Oh, I have lusted in my ribs. The ribs that you gave me, Adam, I have sinned.
I would never do anything to jeopardize this love of ours, Pumpkinhead.
Oh, 90 days, huh?
That's right. 3 months, 12 weeks, 2,160 hours.
I'll wait forever if that's what it takes.
Oh, now I've lusted in my hair, Lord, right down to the roots of my very bouffant. I have sinned against you.
Don't you worry, Sugar Plum. I'll buy that house on the hill that you always wanted with the movie from the...
Hey, come on, Hercules. Let's go make some history.
Well, over my dead body.
Well, that can be arranged.
Oh, Robbie, get me my broom so I can give it to her.
Well, thank you.
Oh!
On guard, you.
Oh, get out of here, you old Hollywood harlot.
Oh, take that, you southern slut.
Oh,
He is
I
mine
love
for the next 90 days.
God,
you're
this
gonna
would make
get
a
it.
great video.
No help.
I love
You're
it.
gonna
No
send
good.
this- Get
Never
my
has
camera.
been.
It's
Never
a
will.
lots of fun.
Get some of my burn. I'm gonna dump it on your head.
This would make a
Now I have sinned all over my body.
See what you got. I'm so after you. You better. Oh, get out of here. I don't watch it now. Get on out of
We better be going too. See you next time on Tea with Michael Ray. See you then. Probably pour some champagne. Champagne will do a lot better. Champagne, everyone.
Thank you, darling.
Don't forget me, Robin. One key right me, Robin. Champagne for Berna. Give Berna some champagne. Berna, champagne, champagne, well,
I'm not getting married after all.
What's wrong with you?